Hey guys, this is Bankai reporting live from the Nexus, and today I'm bringing you some good old Hawken gameplay. But really, what I want to talk more about is the mech game genre in general. I got a comment on my last video where a gamer was saying to me that they haven't quite been able to get their hands on a mech game with a decent storyline, and it got me thinking that considering that the mech game fan base is so starved of these kinds of games, it's probably important that when we're looking for these sorts of games, and by these sorts of games I mean, mech games with decent stories, maybe we should adjust our expectations. But what do I mean by that? Well, you're going to have to keep watching to find out, because I'm sure as hell not telling you in the intro. By the way, remember to like this video and to share and to definitely hit subscribe. While you're at it, you can hit the bell or go to hell. Anyway, guys, let's get into this video. So we're talking about mech games with good stories, which I don't think is too much to ask for. But I will say that especially with the mech game genre going through a perpetual dry spell, it may not be wise to keep storytelling as the #1 thing that you're looking for in a game right now. That's not to say there aren't good stories in mech games, or that this is something that's super duper rare. I think Hawken has a very good story, although you have to get introduced to the world and the lore by observing items and mechs and their individual backstories, and then you kind of just piece the whole thing together, sort of like what you'd have to do with Dark Souls, but to an even greater extent. I think Titanfall 2 has a very good story and is the easiest story to immerse yourself in as far as mech games go, although it does toe the line between being super exciting and gratifying and just being super ultra cliche. But in any case, it gets the job done, so I mean, who cares? But I do think what made people like myself fall in love with mech games a very long time ago was never really a story. No, maybe I'm just being a weirdo here, guys. Feel free to let me know in the comments, but I feel like when I go looking for a mech game, the story isn't really what does it for me. It's whether or not that game can make me feel like a badass pilot. It's the customizations, the high-speed battles, and the immersion of becoming one with your machine. That said, I just feel like if someone were to ask me, are there any good mech games out there, I would say yes, for sure, even here on console. In fact, I'll link you to a video where I talk about my favorites, or more specifically, my favorite mech games that I had the chance to play on console. And as I mentioned earlier, the genre is really starved for games in general. That means to find your ideal mech game right now, you may have to make some huge compromises, whether it's giving up graphics, giving up the exact kind of story that you're looking for, giving up multiplayer, giving up porn. I'm just kidding, guys. We don't have to do that, so don't worry about that one, guys. But anyway, do you agree? Do you think a story is one of the least attractive elements of a mech game? Are you like me? Do you focus more on the immersion of the mech game and the intense battles and the learning curve, or do you need great characters and storylines to fully immerse yourself in a mech game? Please share your comments below. That's about it for what I've got in terms of commentary. I'm thinking to just let this gameplay roll out. It's some Heat Scout gameplay on Bunker in Hawken. I was damage racing Mike on this map. Great game, even though it was a bit frustrating. I think I should have probably went on the offensive against him a bit more than I had initially planned. I was just really afraid of getting sandwiched between him and his Gene, and I think it still didn't quite work out in my favor. In any case, it's some nice fights as we're there trying to damage race on this map, and I hope you guys enjoy it. By the way, remember to like and to share this video, and definitely hit subscribe, unless of course you're a waste man. That's right, guys, I don't make videos for waste man. Until next time, bang.
What we do here is go back, 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 back.